Okay. For the premise of this, we're gonna say that you guys were contacted by a wizard in the, I'd say, capital city that you guys happen to work in to go check out
Oh,
an old colleague of his who he had gotten a troubling a letter from not too long ago about some mad ramblings about pumpkins and how to bring back some deity, and he would like you to go check up on him and possibly stop anything that is going on that might bring about harm to the capital and, anything else.
All right.
fair
So
enough.
he gave you a location and a map, and you guys have made your way to uh, his house on the map. So that's currently where you're at. You're on the pathway that leads up to his place.
And you say map?
Yes.
Do 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 do. Let's go.
Look, a door. It's open.
As you come upon this house, you can see, besides just the outside of it being like outstanding in like woodwork and all its carvings and stuff, this person has a very sprawling uh garden of pumpkins you can see that's growing from either side of the house, and they look to be in like full bloom, like kind of just coming on like right out of being ripe or being coming in ripe. And yes, as you mentioned, the door is open. It is kind of just flapping in the wind.
Hmm. Suspicious. This pumpkin patch looks fabulous. I wonder if they'll have a pumpkin festival around here or something like that.
Pumpkin festival, eh?
You know, with corn mazes and petting zoos and horse-drawn hay bale rides, that kind of thing.
The classics, yes.
I'm gonna knock on the door and holler, and peep my head in. Hello? Is anyone home?
You get no response as the door just slowly creaks back and forth in the wind.
Well then, I would like
Yeah.
to. Well, what do you want to do? Like, I
Um,
kind of want to walk around and see if there's other
yeah, we can
entrances
walk
and stuff.
around. How about I'll take the front door, you go around back.
Sounds good to me.
With that, I'll unsheath my sword and shield and walk into the building.
Let me know if you can actually. Okay, yeah. And that
Yeah.
is a window you're looking through. As you enter through the front door to your left-hand side, you notice there's like a little, I guess, work desk. It seems like whoever lives here had some sort of like an assistant that would stay at the front desk. You notice like all kinds of notes of people coming in and all kinds of like delivery forms and stuff.
As I'm walking around the house, I want to keep an eye out, try to look through the windows as I'm strolling around, see if I see any movement coming from inside.
Uh, you don't necessarily see any movement, but you catch like glimpses here and there of stuff that kind of like looks out of place like it normally should be,
Okay.
but you can't see the full kind of picture. Also, this right here, you notice as you come around, there is a brick opening,
Ooh.
like in the wood, and there's two doors on either side. They don't have the door icon, but it's like right there.
All right.
So yeah.
What's this? Dead
Uh,
bodies in the floor.
yeah. As you would have came into like this room, you would have noticed there's a bunch of dried blood on the floor, smeared, and it's like it leads into the place you just went to, where all the bodies are.
Okay. What kind of bodies are these?
Upon examination, you find that there are two male bodies, two female bodies, and they look to be. They look like they've been there for maybe about like how few days. All the blood is dried, and how magically inclined is your character again?
Um, Decently. I'm a warlock and a paladin.
Okay, then you would absolutely notice that the blood, all the dried blood, is making some kind of symbols on the ground in a
I've celestial and elvish.
fashion around the tree.
It's like in a square.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I wanna. Can I ritual cast detect magic? I don't know if I can do that yet or not. Honestly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can ritual cast at any time. It just takes 10 minutes.
Sure.
Okay. While he's ritual casting that, what would you like to do, Jordan?
Um, the door to my right. I would like to try that door.
You just grab the knob and it gently opens, and you come into a room that has a table right in front of you and a table on the far end. And on the table in front of you, you see a bunch of beakers, test tubes, and a good amount of pumpkins on the table that are all hooked up with wires and all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Uh, what about this table over here? What's on this table?
There's a sprawling amount of books and papers. Most of it kind of looks like incoherent rambling, like it's very like messily documented. It is hard to read.
Okay. I am going to kind of glance along all of the pages that are like upward facing and not hidden, and I'm gonna skim them to see if there's any like standoutish, funny, or like peculiar like phrases or sayings. just like like not necessarily something that's repeating all the time, but just something that catches my eye that's fucking weird, and I'm gonna take that piece.
Okay. I will note there is the first thing that catches your eye is there is a whole two papers that are the is labeled the perfect pumpkin pie recipe. Uh,
Oh yeah.
the other thing that catches your eye is each other sheet of paper has is titled like experiment number like 03 or like it all goes up to like 30, and each one has failure written across it in what looks to be red ink in the first like 15 or so, and then looks to be written in dried blood on the most like the rest of them, except for the very last one that has nothing written on it but what what he actually like did to the experiment.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the greatest pumpkin pie recipe, and then I'm gonna grab experiment sheets 1, 10, 20, 29, and 30. And I'll just stuff those in my pocket.
Okay. And we'll cut back to Den. As
Um,
you cast what was it, detect magic or yeah.
yeah, ritual cast detect magic. Just as a preface, I think I'm just gonna like say, Sunblade, can you make it a sentient Sunblade and my patron for Hexblade?
Sure, why not?
Cool.
But with detect magic, um you are able to detect some lingering magic from uh the like runes and symbols that are carved into the ground with the blood. Uh and how what is the range on that? Isn't it 30 feet? Or is it 60 feet?
Let me read. Or I can just do this. 30 feet.
Let me see how far that goes. Yeah, you would also detect a shitload of other magic all around you.
There's magic everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of different schools of magic going on. From the runes and symbols that are on the ground and the blood, you get, I think it's transmutation, I think it would be. And from everything else, it's kind of like it's a mixture of just pretty much everything. It's hard to identify just one thing.
Okay. So, probably not a good idea to like walk into the transforming barrier.
Oh yeah, one detail I forgot to add for Jordan. There's like books and books and books stacked all over the fucking place, like just randomly throughout the room.
Any particular subject similarities?
No, they just seem to be like fucking. They're pretty much everywhere, strewn about, like thrown all over the fucking place. Some are
Okay.
stacked, some are not. There's no organization.
So, see, there's stairs here. Do these go up or down?
Uh, where are you talking? Oh, those go down.
Okay. And then this just goes to like a little hallway.
Yes. Yeah, we'll say it leads you there.
What is this little thing?
It seems to be like just basically to go upstairs and a little like uh kind of mantle
Oh,
place on this side.
it's like a spiral staircase.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a little mantle thing right there.
I think I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay. As you make your way downstairs, because I don't have a fucking map set up for that. I never made one for it. As you go downstairs, you find pretty much it is like a wine cellar. There are a shitload of barrels all kind of stacked up towards at the end, and pretty much the wall is lined with different bottles of wine. Most look to be uh, taken or empty, but there are still some there.
I'll grab what I can that are full and move on.
Roll me a roll me 2d6s. See how many you get. 7.
7.
And out of those, 2 of them are like super high quality.
You said it was wine.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 of them are like super like high quality wine. The rest are kind of just like, it's wine.
Got it. 5 wine, 2 super wine.
And cut back to Jordan. What would you like to do now, Jordan?
Um, I would like to go back and check this other door on the other side.
It is also open.
All right, what does this room look
As you enter
like?
this
Hoping I go.
room, you notice there are more stacks of books. And unlike the last room where stuff was still kind of intact, this room is kind of like in shambles. You got glimpses of it from outside, but you can now fully see it. All the furniture in here is wrecked. Most of the book piles are knocked over, and books are scattered about, but there are still like a few in the corner stacked up.
Okay. Um, I'll try this door.
Okay, and as you make your way across the room and try the door, roll me a dex save as you're crossing the room, you see something moving out of the corner of your eye, and you're getting a chance to react to it.
6.
No, that does not make it. Fucking find this character sheet. Yep. as you're reaching for the doorknob, you get decked in the face by a pile of books. And then as you get knocked down to the ground, you can see it. It's taking form. It stands upright and it's just made out of books, completely in a human kind of shape. As I now need you to roll initiative as a pile of angry books is attacking you. And
Not the books! Not the books!
that is 7 damage for the
Alright.
failing that. Let me, there we go. Add you to the initiative because you already rolled your thing. Also, I'm gonna use one of the jukebox things, although I don't know how it sounds because I haven't
Alright.
used these in so long. And as for your perception, Den, pretty much get the same description of the room he got, but you can definitely tell some stuff has been moved in here, and the door over here is ajar.
Right. Well, I mostly did the perception thing for like my own benefit a little bit because like on my screen I can technically see the like corner of his token right here.
I mean, yeah, I would technically say because he would probably left both doors open, you would be able to see
Right.
him.
So I just rolled a perception. I was like, do I see him?
Yeah, I would definitely say you see him.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me an initiative for you.
Oh, sure.
Okay, let me pick a different one from this one because this one fucking.
Oh, you don't want dying dogs in the distance.
It's graveyard, so
It sounds like dying dogs in the distance.
like I said, I don't know what most of these sound like. I haven't used them in so fucking long. Here, we'll try the Haunted Ramparts. Sounds like a good one. Okay, you're up first, Jordan.
You get an extra 10 movement speed when if
Fuck yeah.
you're within 5 feet of me when you start your turn. So you have to be like a little bit closer.
Okay. Um. I'm going to where the I should go. Cheat? Nope. Not that one. And okay, also not that one. I guess I didn't take that. So then I'm going to
Magic secrets.
use Thunderwave. At first level.
Con save, okay. It fails.
All right.
Let me read that real quick. Okay,
10
yeah.
damage, push 10 feet away.
Yeah, it gets shoved back into the wall because it can only go so far.
Oh shit, I have to make a con save.
My spell save DC is 13, so
No, it's not. It's 15.
Yeah, it says 15 down there. Although I can't
Okay.
vouch for how correct that is.
it says 13 on here. That's kind of funny.
Okay, I mean, if it's 13, then yeah, you don't, you pass it so you don't get knocked back.
Okay.
You do take 5 damage though,
Yeah.
so. And is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take a step back, and that'll be it.
Okay. Samuel, however you want to pronounce it. You're up.
That one. 11.
Yeah, sadly that does not hit.
Alright. Attack number 2. Oh, that's not the right roll.
I was about to
But
say, you're gonna guiding bolt him. How does that one work?
no, second attack with extra attack. So I rolled a 17 plus 10.
17 plus 10. Yeah, I mean, that would hit. For
Okay.
sure.
So it should be a D8 plus 5. Let's see. 8 damage, radiant.
8 damage radiant. Okay. Does it
And then
do
I guess I'm
anything?
gonna. I guess I'm just gonna bonus action. A shield of faith.
Okay. Uh, on the books.
I'm gonna put myself between.
Also, both of you, give me just a general Arcana check real quick. Since you both are magically inclined, you would probably know what this is. Uh,
18.
yeah, Jordan would be able to like identify it by about now. This is what wizard would refer to as a book golem. You would
Am I
know.
aware of what level it would take to make this? Like, what level spell?
These are like not the strongest types of golems. These are usually just meant to, like, say a wizard has a library or something. If they want to help, like, kind of police it, secure it, whatever, you would know they would use a lot of these. They're not
Okay.
very like powerful, but in great numbers they can, be a strong force.
Okay.
And since you're in front of him in prime blocking position, he is gonna bring up both of his fists made of books and try to slam it down on you, Samuel.
I'm gonna. Well, no. Let's see.
It's a
what happens.
20 to hit.
Okay. Second attack. 25.
I'm gonna use
Okay,
cutting
yeah.
words.
What does that do?
When it swings its second attack, I'm gonna yell out at it and say, "Boo! You suck!" and expend a bardic inspiration die, which where's my fucking thingy? What? Why this note here? D6. Okay, 1d8. Or no, it's gotta be a d6 actually. It takes 5 away from that attack roll.
Still okay, so it's still a 20. Does that still hit?
My AC is 20 right now.
Yeah, so okay, it meets and beats. So
Damn.
oh, it got rolled fucking max damage. So yeah, 16 bludgeoning damage as it brings down both its fists on top of you, crushing
Okay.
you with its knowledge.
Uni attack.
And then it's gonna use its special ability.
I'm gonna use my special ability.
Okay, dexterity.
Take 14 fire damage.
Okay, I gotta. Let's see. Boop, boop. I will say you're able to notice, especially since you're so close. Like, and because it's made out of paper and books, it catches on fire, but it looks badly hurt by that attack.
Sick.
But yeah, it uses its special ability, Magic Unleashed. As you catch it on fire, you see the two books that make up like the ends of its hands open up and just start to randomly turn in like great speed. And let's see. 82. It's an 82. Okay, as the pages stop turning and land on one, you see both of the books at the end go from like something you could just hold in one hand to like enormous, like the size of both of your heads like lined up.
Okay.
It looks like these books could pack more of a wallop now.
Okay.
And that is the end of its turn.
Kill it now.
um, let's see. How hard was it looking? You said.
Uh, I'd
It's
say
really
how hurt it
bad.
was looking. I just said like the attack he did to him
Ah,
hurt him. Like it looked like it hurt a lot, and it also caught on fire,
Yeah.
like one of his legs did.
We had good old fashioned book burning.
okay. Then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Dex save. It failed.
10 radiant damage.
Only the flame was actually a flame.
Yep.
But yeah, that does hit. Sure.
If only Bard was allowed to take any fire spell ever.
Do you not take Firebolt?
I did not because I took some other shit.
Anything else?
Nope.
Samuel, you're up.
All right. We'll start swinging. 22,
Yeah, that'll hit.
11 radiant.
What's the extra 4 there for?
I don't know why I put it there. If the creature's undead, it deals an extra D8.
It's not undead.
I know. I just auto included it for some reason.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just clarifying that. But yeah. Roll me that second one.
All right.
Yeah, that also hits.
9.
Okay. I will say with that attack, like just to give you a point of like reference on how bad it's looking, most of the books it's made up of are either on fire, cut in like kind of pieces, or just badly damaged. It looks like it's barely staying up.
All right.
That's fine. Yeah.
Anything else, or is that the end of your turn?
That'll be it.
Uh, it's gonna, since you're still in its path, it is gonna try to book slam you.
It'll miss. Miss.
You still have. Oh yeah, you do. It's 10 minutes. Okay, yeah. And then again, it's gonna use its fucking magical unleash shit. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, yeah. As it does that, then the books stop. You see, like, kind of a faint glue, like bluish glow coming from around, the book golem itself, and that's it. You're up, Jordan.
Okay. Don't know if it's worth using one of these yet. Let's see. Um. Let's see. Is this over here stone?
Yes, there is a stone walkway between the two doors.
Okay. I'm gonna use my Plea Liar to cast Stone Shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, let me read this one more time. Yeah, I want to just pull a 5-foot thick wall like across the room in between the golem and ourselves. Say like so.
Sure, we can do that. I'll put a polygon line there.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to roll. It went. See it. Forgot the fire damage because it is on fire. But yeah, you're up, Samuel.
Okie doke. 17.
There is a stone wall in front of you that he put between you, him, and the book golem.
How tall is the stone wall?
You wait, what?
How tall is the stone wall?
Jordan, how
I
tall is?
think it's like you can still see the golem through to the other side. It's kind of like the width of like 2 or 3 torsos, and it's just kind of like going from like corner of the floor to corner of the ceiling in a diagonal fashion.
Gotcha.
So it's probably gonna provide cover, but not.
Yeah, we'll say for the sake of it, you can still attack him. Like it's tall enough to where you can at least get your arm through and try to swing at him, but it will provide some kind of cover.
Poke at his feetsies.
I will say with his AC and that, yeah, that'll you just hit him. And with that first one,
24.
how would you like to end the book golem?
I would like to like spear the book that is the head of the golem.
As it's like frantically kind of like, whoa, the stone wall appears out of nowhere. It looks up and just sees you stab right through the middle of the book, and all of, like the books kind of just go like snap there for a second, and then they just fall to the ground.
Is it still glowing?
No, the glowing went away as soon as it like fell to pieces.
Sick.
Would you like to know what the glowing was now that combat's over?
Yeah.
Would the wall have helped at all?
What about
Is what I
detect
thought it
magic?
was.
I mean, the wall probably would have saved you if, depending on if Samuel had casted a spell, because basically, with a 44, it would have been able to redirect any damage spell to one of or anybody within 30 feet. So it would have been between you two at random.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's considering Eldritch Blast, but I forgot I didn't take that one.
But yeah, Golem dead in pieces.
I found these experiment logs.
Oh, interesting. You do always seem to find the trouble.
I do have a knack for it. Either the most recent one, either A, did all of the rigmarole rough and tumbling that's been going about in here, or
Well, I did find
it
4
failed
dead
like all the
bodies,
others.
so
Oh, fuck. Seriously?
yeah, they're all like laying in a transmutation magic circle around some kind of tree.
Any of them the guy we're looking for?
I'm not sure.
Just you would by examining the bodies, you would have noticed they were all in like commoners' clothes. You would
Oh,
assume they were just like random townsfolks.
seems like somebody's been kidnapping some commoners around and brought them here to sacrifice or turn into something.
Can I look at the 29th page of notes and try to glean any like changes that were made between like 29 and 20?
What languages do you speak, real quick?
I speak common and infernal. I don't think I
Okay.
got to pick
Well,
anymore.
lucky for you,
Oh, sick! Tieflings rule!
half of it is written in like broken up common. The other half of it is written in like old infernal. Like this is some like
Ye old pits of hell.
yeah, basically this is some old shit. Like people don't use this anymore.
Would it be considered the like formal or informal version of the old style?
This would be the formal version.
Hmm.
But basically, it gleam. Are you saying the difference
Not
between
GoDaddy is
29 and
infernal.
What kind? Like, so I was like, it's old infernal, and then there's like, I was making a assumption of like how the language writing worked to kind of determine information about who wrote it, like what their background could have been.
and were you trying to glean the difference between 29 and 30?
I wanted to see the differences, like if there was like changes to the process or whatever the fuck, like extra notes or
Well, basically for 29, it lists what type of pumpkin was used, what type of uh chemicals, how much magic was blasted into it, and you find very interesting at the bottom uh subject sentience length, and next to it it says like 10 minutes.
okay.
And between this and the very last page, it seems like a drastic difference in chemicals was used, along with how much magic was initially put into it.
Okay. So
So
they
was
used
this
extra
guy turning
magic.
people into pumpkins?
I think it might have been the opposite.
Hmm. I thought he was turning people into like living pumpkins.
I think you might be turning pumpkins into living pumpkins.
Right. I think he's using people to do it.
Oh. Ah. Yeah, probably. This world's greatest pie recipe.
Yes.
Uh, what are the required ingredients?
World's greatest pumpkin pie recipe requires 10 pumpkins carved out with get all the insides out, cut all the bits inside up. Need about like for this many pumpkins, probably say 5 cups of sugar, a couple sticks of butter, cinnamon, and then it says the secret ingredient. Um, fuck, what would be the name of it?
And nutmeg.
Yeah, we'll go with nutmeg. And then it says bake for this set length of time, and yeah, pretty much. It's like the Betty Crocker of recipes. You could just fucking
Secret
Google that.
ingredient. LSD.
Well, yeah, we'll pull something from your secret ingredient: illithid blood. Trip your balls off.
Okay. Well, this doesn't seem to help at all. I will fold the world's greatest pumpkin pie recipe up and put it in my back pocket. Then he seemed to be doing the experiments in this other room behind us. We could either, mess around with those experiments or keep exploring the house.
We can look at them. Is it down this hall thing in this door?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll go look at them.
Yeah, it's over here in this room where you rolled the perception check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the table. Right there. Yeah, as you look across the table, you see there's already a pumpkin hooked up to a bunch of wires and chemicals. It seems like at the very end there is a button to like start the whole process.
Where was the button?
It's on the end of the table. And yeah, are you gonna press it or what are you doing?
I'm just standing closer to it.
Okay.
Starts breathing on it and just.
Just gotta check if there's any lasers on it. Can't trip the wires.
Is there anything on this table?
There's a bunch of scattered notes and books and stuff, all kind of just scattered all over the table. There are a few drawers on that like desk table thing as well.
Can I look through the drawers and stuff to see if I can find anything that stands out as like important?
Yes. As you look through them, one of them has just a bunch of like regular desk supplies, pens, blah blah blah, shit like that. Another one is full of severed human hands. The next one, as you pull it out, a orb comes rolling to the end.
Orbs are always fun. I'll pick it up.
Okay. And the last one contains just a random assortment of paper and books, kind of like jammed in there. It's really hard to even pull open the thing because it looks like whoever shut this last did not anticipate opening it again.
Yeah, I'll try to pry it open.
Okay.
Yeet.
Yeah, we'll say that passes. As you pry it open, it's just a large stack of what looks to be more papers that are like similar to on top of the table. And a few random assortments of books. There is, I will say, out of one of the books, there is one that looks to be a little bit different from the rest. Like it's embroidered, has metal trim on the end of its casing.
I'll take that one and show it to Jordan's character and just start collecting all the notes and papers and stuff and kind of just like shoving it in like a sack.
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh, we'll collect all of his notes and paperwork. Worst case, if we can't find the guy, we can sell all of his work.
All right. Do you think we should look through the rest of the house before we press this button?
Maybe. I've checked out the basement. I found some wine. I think the only place that we haven't been is upstairs.
I say it couldn't hurt to give it a good look around before
Yeah.
we
So
go
I guess
pressing things we
we'll
don't know what they do.
pop upstairs. I think there was a good path over here.
As I start to walk, following Den's character, whose name Samuel. Is that what
Yeah.
it was? I'm gonna cast detect evil and good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you are yeah, you are able to detect some evil near you. There, let me see, because you said as you walk along, right?
Yeah, as he gestures like the passageway is over here. I'm going to cast the spell and follow along while looking around.
Yeah, as you're walking along, you definitely detect some evil. You detect some sort of the closest thing, yeah, the closest thing would be fiends. But they're not actually like fiends.
Or
It's close
Fiend
thieves.
enough.
adjacent. It's
Yeah,
giving fiend adjacent. Okay.
fiend adjacent energies back to you, and it's all coming from outside the house.
What direction? Like every direction?
Let's put it like this: just as you walk along, you just get like a whole like it's just coming from pretty much every
Okay.
direction, 30 feet from you.
I'm gonna step up to this window and look out. and try to use my demony eyes, see if I see anything.
Roll me a perception real quick.
Like expertise in this, yes. 14.
I will say, since you came around the back, you would have gotten a lay of the land just before you went in. You can definitely tell that some of the bigger pumpkins that
Mm-hmm.
are outside the house are in different positions than they were when you came through this just maybe a few minutes ago.
All right. I'm gonna.
But upon looking directly at them, they look like normal pumpkins. Like nothing looks off about them.
Okay. Anything coming from the pumpkin on the table?
Nope.
All right. I'm gonna use. Which direction did Samuel walk through this door up here or back through this way?
Not through this door.
Okay. I'm gonna. Assuming I got distracted to look out the window, I'm gonna point my finger over in that general direction, cast a message, uh, and inform Samuel. It seems to be the pumpkins outside don't like to stay where they used to be. I think we might have a harder time leaving than we originally thought.
Okay.
Also, Samuel, a little note as you step back into the. I guess you stepped back into the room with him right there.
Yeah.
As you did, the orb you had in your either hand or bag would have begun to glow again, like glow as you were in here.
Okay.
But as you step back out of the room, the glow fades.
Damn, that rock is bright as shit.
I guess it's just a geofence locked flashlight. Can only work in there.
To be
An
fair,
earth
you haven't
fence?
tried act.
A
So we wanted to check
geological
out
fence. What is
upstairs.
that? Ah, yes.
Uh, as you walk up the stairs, similar to the main atrium where Samuel went in, there is dried blood all across the staircase and leading kind of down the hallway to a singular room at the end.
My detect evil and good lasts for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Just to
I
let you
mean,
know.
to be fair, you would if anything was above you, you would have been able to sense it because the house is not that big.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, yeah, dried blood leads all the way down the end of the hall to a singular room.
I knock on that room.
No response.
Well, this seems to be a quite the welcome party. I'm going to I'm not getting any pings from my detect evil and good from the other side of the door, right?
No, you're not
Just
getting
double
any
checking.
pings.
I'm going to drop that then and cast Bless on Samuel and I.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Ready?
I'm gonna try the door.
Okay. As you reach for the door handle, I need you to make a dex save because as you touch the doorknob across the top and bottom of the door and the handle itself, you see a bunch of stuff light up, and you can feel a burst of energy coming at you. So make me a dex save.
Push it. 11.
7 lightning damage as the door becomes like the door.
Whenever a friendly creature makes a saving throw within 10 feet of me, they gain a bonus equal to my charisma modifier. So he gets a +5.
Okay, and then
I
he can
also
also
get to
add
add a
D.
D4. Yeah. I just remembered I cast that.
Well, then you were able to
So
make it out of the way.
18.
Yeah, you were definitely able to let go before the door becomes electrified for like just a moment, and then all the glowing kind of stuff like just crumbles into dust and falls to the ground.
How rude. I'll open the door.
Okay, as you open up the door, this room, compared to every other room you've been in so far, is the most messed up. The dried blood is leading into a circle in the middle of a room, and on the far wall, you were able to see a like drawing of some kind in dried blood, and it looks to be of some kind of creature. Along with there are, I'd say, several pumpkins in this room, along with a just ton of books and stuff everywhere, chemicals, beakers, fluids, all kinds of stuff all over the ground. Oh, also a lot of like kind of just gibberish writing in dried blood.
Okay. Floor being covered in chemicals and whatnot. What's the like prevailing smell in the air?
It is very like pungent, kind of like just makes you want to gag as soon as you're able to take a breath in the room.
Oh, shit. Why does nobody clean up?
I think they were either out of here in a hurry because whatever they made went wrong, or they turned into whatever they made.
Uh, on the far wall, just to recognize what it is, roll me an Arcana check real quick to see how much you guys might know
28.
about this. Okay.
15.
You would both be able to recognize what the drawing is, but I'd say Jordan's character would be able to like kind of notice more of the smaller details of what the person might have been able to do or try to do. But essentially, the dried blood drawing on the side of the wall, it looks to be of some sort of beholder with a round body and eye stalks. But as Jordan inspects it a little bit closer, he's able to notice that unlike a normal beholder, this thing has features, at least in the drawing, uh, of a pumpkin as well mixed in with it.
That beholder drawing on the wall, it, they put the lines in it like a pumpkin. That is either eerie foreshadowing or just bad taste.
Oh,
Also,
a
the orb.
beholder pumpkin.
Wait, go ahead. Sorry, I was sorry to interrupt you.
It seems interesting. I don't know how, like, is all of its stocks going to just be more stems coming out?
I guess we won't know until we either find one or I don't know.
Let's go look for one.
Okay.
Also, I will say the orb you have, Samuel, is glowing again.
I keep getting this orb that glows.
Fucking weird rock. I'm going to walk walk into the room and grab the artwork if possible.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's like kind of, I'd say, nailed into the wall, but you're able to like kind of just pry it off, like just around the nails, without completely ripping it to pieces.
All right. Um I would like to how big is this thing?
The drawing.
Yeah.
I'd say from your like torso up, like right above your head, like just where your waist is to up to your like head.
Okay. Uh I will roll it up and hold it on my shoulder for now. Or like put it in my backpack
Okay.
and have it sticking out a little bit. um the Are there any distinguishable dead bodies in this room from commoners' clothes?
No, there are no dead bodies in this room,
Oh,
but it does look like a decent amount of blood was either poured in here, spilled in here, or from somebody or something to make up the circle that is on the floor.
Lots of blood, lots of blood. Seems to be more blood than there I've seen bodies for.
you're not wrong. Let's see. Well, then shall we head back down to the button then?
I guess maybe the orb gets slotted in somewhere.
Well, that's true, but it glowed in both rooms.
Um,
To be fair, you haven't tried to activate it, so
activate.
I mean, all you have to do is just fucking say you want to activate it. Are you still standing in the room where the fucking blood circle was?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, the orb kind of like floats up out of your hand, like just above it, and then like a kind of blue haze comes from it and goes out into the room, and it kind of seems like everything has a bluish kind of outline to it, and then all of a sudden, like everything kind of just snaps into motion. You see somebody walk into the room, but they are faceless, kind of. It like it. Everything's not in high detail, but it seems like it's playing a uh, scene that happened in this room. Somebody
Okay.
walks into the middle of the room. All of the stuff that was there.
In this scene, can I use my divine sense?
Uh, what exactly does that do? Sure. I will give you that. Um, as the scene goes on, pretty much everything that's currently in the room is highlighted out like I mentioned, and now the drawing that he ripped off the wall, there is a recreation of that back on there in that blue kind of highlight. Um, and you see somebody walk into the middle of the room, kind of kneel down in the circle, take out some kind of blade, kind of run it down both their arms. I guess it'd be vertically, yeah, vertically, and blood kind of drains out, and then you see kind of a mist of blue kind of just take place at where he's at, and then out of it you see. Are you at the door of the room or the far end of the room? Is my question. While this is taking
Uh,
place.
Probably closer to the door of the room because we were about to go downstairs.
Okay. Then you both would see the kind of like, I guess, back of it. You wouldn't be able to see the front. As what looks to have been on the drawing kind of appears in the middle of the room now in front of you, as you can see the back of it. And yes, your divine senses do go off as that happens, and you are able to detect the lingering uh, kind of energy of a fiend. And then as soon as it like kind of appears, the scene ends and the orb kind of like gently falls back into your hand.
I'll relay all that to Jordan's
Yeah,
character.
did I see that, or was it like all in his head?
Oh no, you would have seen it.
Okay.
Basically, um, this orb is what's known as a uh, basically think of it as a orb of sending, but instead of sending, it kind of takes a screenshot or a moment in time of however long you want it to record something, and it'll record within 30 feet of that the whole entire area and be able to replay it out like that.
Cool. An orb of remembrance.
Yeah.
TM. I can think of
Interesting.
several great uses for that in my line of work.
Oh,
Yeah, like backup dancers and lights and for a show.
oh, like hire somebody once and then just have them forever.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really. How long does the recording last?
Um, I would say since you've never seen one of these, you could take a general like kind of guess. It might last for um fuck it, I'll just it lasts until you record over it again. For each orb you have, you can have a recording of like up to an hour's worth of a certain place within 30 feet of the orb.
Oh, a whole set. I can make a lot of money with that. Well, let's go see if it has a fun movie to show us from the other room.
Okay, so you guys are going back to the room with a button.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's button time.
Button time, button time.
Let's play the video in the button room.
Okay. As you do the same thing as you did in the other room, you let the orb float out of your hand. That like haze of blue comes out and coats kind of everything. And the same kind of like undistinguishable faceless kind of figure comes in to the room. You see pacing back and forth. And then you see him lift up what looks to be a pumpkin, set it on the table, and hook all the wires and chemicals kind of up to it. And he is frantically marking stuff down on a clipboard as he activates the button. And you see all these sparks and chemicals kind of just like going through the tubes into the pumpkin and shocking it. And then maybe about 20 seconds later, you see the pumpkin start to like shake and rattle, and all of a sudden it grows like extra vines like down to the ground, and then it lifts itself up off the table down onto the ground where you're standing, like right near your feet. And basically it brings itself up to the size of the faceless figure that is in the room, and the faceless figure seems to be like either kind of like laughing maniacally. There's no sound coming through, but at the current moment, it seems like whoever set this thing up, unlike the last room where there was sound, didn't put any sound in this one for some reason. Uh, but yeah, he seems to be laughing either maniacally or doing some kind of like triumphant, like, yes! And then that's where the recording stops.
Where was the clipboard's last location in the recording?
He had it in his hands, and
Okay.
it was like currently basically, I think right about here-ish. He was standing with it.
I'm going to try to look around uh and cast guidance on myself and try to
Sure,
look around for this clipboard.
give me a perception check. Yeah, I would say even without
23.
the extra D4, you would have got it. Uh, it is like wedged back behind this like uh little ornate kind of barrel thing in the back.
Ornate barrel thing.
Yeah, it's like right there. It's just like a small kind of like display ornate barrel that he has in
Oh,
there.
like a fancy kind of serving cask type deal.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I'll grab the clipboard.
This one has a kind of bloody kind of fingerprint smudges here and there. And this one's labeled Test 31.
Ooh, a missing number.
And this one has written on it in dried blood at the top in what looks to be like, instead of just kind of smudged on there with hands, the dried blood looks to be written in like uh, a quill, like he was dipping it in dried blood this time, or in blood this time.
Okay.
And it has written on there success.
Congratulations. It seems like whoever did all of this stuff did whatever they were trying to accomplish. So, oh, what's the sentience timer on this one?
This one is basically blank.
Okay.
It doesn't have a number on there. It reads sentience achieved, no longer no more experiments needed.
Well,
So it definitely came alive then.
would appear to be the case.
So I guess we must hunt it down from here.
Can I unplug all the tubes and shit from the pumpkin that's on the table?
Sure. Most of the wires just fall down, and the tubes that have like chemicals, it just kind of whatever's in the like tube itself kind of just spills onto the table.
Okay. Well, whatever this stuff is, there's definitely a lot of them. So I wonder if it knows how to make more of itself. I'm going to start grabbing the vials of stuff and just start chucking them out the back door, intending for them to shatter.
Which door specific? The one over here?
Yeah, out here, and I want to kind of like angle it to just get chucked out of the house. So I'll like grab some vials, step out into the hallway, and then chuck them out into the yard.
Okay. Uh, what is y'all's passive perception? If you would let me know.
18.
18. Samuel? We'll just go with 18 as the base. Jordan, as you're like throwing stuff out and to the back, you are able to hear from within the house doors creaking open and like one or two of them slamming open.
From in the house?
Yep, from in the house.
So from in the house, the direction, like through this door or this way?
You hear some coming from this direction and then some coming from that direction. You also hear like a window break.
Samuel,
What?
I think we have company.
Uh, we can deal with some company. What are they doing?
I'm going to come out into the field of pumpkins.
As you take a step right there. Yeah, as you take a step on top of that one, I need you to make a fucking dex save as some vines try to grab you.
14.
Yeah, that is just enough. You get out of the way as vines try to like grasp around both of your feet and try to entangle you. And then in front of you, you see, let me move them to the correct layer. That as the pumpkin in front of you like burst up from the ground, standing on its roots. And if you please would, roll initiative. I don't know why I gave it that name, but sure. And then the rest of them do that. Yep. Okay. It gets its turn first.
When it pops out of the ground, Bedlington Crimpy kind of jumps in shock and like faces away and is kind of cowering.
As you're kind of cowering, you see this thing like open its jaw up and place it around your shoulder as it tries to clamp down on you. It's gonna make a bite attack, and that's a crit.
Damn.
Wait.
What am I waiting on?
Yeah.
He gets disadvantage.
Then a 16. Does that hit you?
Yes.
Okay, we'll say.
Can I use cutting words?
Yeah, sure. If you
All
have it, use it.
right. D6 minus 2.
Does that still hit you? I don't know what your AC
Yes.
is.
Just hits at 14.
Then we'll just go with the original 5 damage it rolled since that's its first number.
Yeah.
All right.
At least got you out of your brain.
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, as it bites you, it leaves like a kind of nasty residue on you, and it kind of burns and stings.
I like pull him back a little bit. Like,
You
where are you going?
absolute animal. You didn't even ask first.
And yeah, that's its turn. Samuel, you are up.
Does this seem to be the same one that we saw in like complete?
Yes. It looks to be about like the same kind of like root structure that it was standing up on in the replay.
Okay, okay. Let's think. We're gonna cast Branding Smite. And then swing with Sunblade.
Yeah, that just hits. Eight.
Oh, I also want to use a Divine Smite.
Divine plus branding plus normal attack. Okay.
Yeah. So 19 plus 8, so 27 damage, radiant.
Okay, yeah, you in one fail motion, you fucking just strike this thing. How do you want exactly want to kill it? Because you fucking kill it.
Just cut through the whole thing. Like, how dare you? You have to ask for consent, even if you're a pumpkin.
Kind of just gargles as you cut it in half. Take him
Well,
off the initiative. Anything else on your turn?
well, I guess I'll just like walk forward and like crush this other pumpkin here.
Okay. Yeah, you just like step on it and goes right through it. It gives like almost no resistance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know what else we need to do.
Well, you remember your comrade mentioning that you had company and there was noise back in the house.
Burn down the house.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my my where'd it go?
Wait, is our mission to like kill this guy or like capture him? Like, what are we doing here?
Your mission, you got sent out here to check on this guy's like uh old friend. He got like a disturbing letter or two from him about like some thing that he was trying to do. Like one of the letters mentioning raising a like trying to raise some deity, some ancient deity.
Got it, got it. Yeah, so
But
let's just burn the place and say he was possessed by a demon.
The person who is having us do this, how well connected are they?
uh they are pretty well connected. They basically teach at like the local magic school
Okay.
and they're like one of the head professors.
Um, I'm going to uh do I hear the noise of these so-called guests more it's like still like echoing from inside the house?
Yes. You would hear kind of like I would say it'd be grunting sounds. It'd be kind of muffled a little bit because there is still a wall or so between you guys. But yeah, you would definitely hear them.
Okay. Um, let's see.
What
Uh,
does this guy use like lamps or candles or what?
Um, I'd say it'd probably be like lamps.
Okay. Can I run around look for oil?
You can on your turn because you guys
Okay.
are still technically in combat right now. Because as
Uh,
soon as he does whatever he's about to do, I had them set to go at like the end of the round.
okay.
Since they're not technically in combat.
I'm going to say, okay, I'll burn down the house, but let me just check with our benefactor first, and I'll cast sending. To the wizard teacher man.
Okay, and what exactly are you gonna tell him?
Um,
Sacrificed himself to a pumpkin demon.
should I say it? Should I go with that now, or I was gonna ask if we could burn it down.
I mean, you could still put that in. Like, do you want us to torch it? Like, well,
Yeah, I'll 25 words. Okay. Arrived at location. Um, several dead civilians. Um, blood and blood and summoning circles on multiple levels. Um, Stone replayed events, summoning successful. Um,
friend die.
Friend unfound, enemies closing in, burned down house. That's it.
Uh, yeah, since it being like the middle of the day and you're sending this, you kind of get the immediate response of uh, you may burn down house if necessary. We do not want whatever he is trying to summon into this realm stop at whatever cost.
Plan torch the shit as go. And then I'm going
Ooh.
to step back here. Yeah, I'll step here on top of the body. And I'll say, give me a second and I'll do it. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. At the end of the round, I can flip over this layer just so I can grab them. bring them to the other layer. Because I think both of you are able to see through that window. You see a door kind of like slam open, and then you see
Mhm.
a pumpkin through the window, and then you kind of see it like scramble out and then crash through the window. And this one looks significantly different from the other one you just killed. This one, instead of being up on its roots, it looks to have like roots for they extend out like hands that it's using to claw its way forward with a much bigger jaw. And let me they're just gonna stay at the end of the initiative. And how much
Sorry.
movement was that? 20. Okay, yeah. And then it's gonna run right up to you and try to take a munch.
I'm going to with my Warcaster feat, hostile creatures movement provokes an opportunity attack. I can use my reaction to cast a spell
Okay.
rather than make an opportunity attack. Must have a casting time of 1 action and must only target the creature. Let's see. I'm going to fuck. Yeah, no, as a reaction, I'm going to cast Banishment.
Charisma save. Oh goody.
Banishment.
It only has like Jesus Christ.
-1.
That is his worst stat. It's got a fucking 3 in charisma.
They might look cute, but they can't hold a conversation worth a damn.
So yeah, he is fucking. Just put that on him. It's fucking Gonzo.
And so he'll like burst out the window, run up to me, and I'll go, and then it'll just disappear.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 as another one comes crashing out the window. 25 and then 30. And this one's gonna attempt to take a munch out of you, Samuel. A 22.
I want that to hit. Sure.
12 necrotic damage as it like bites you on your leg and leaves this nasty residue that kind of just like burns your skin.
Okie doke.
5, 10, 20, 25, 30. As another one up on the roots appears that walks around. This one change that. This one you see like it open up its jaw and then close it, and then like it seems to be working something in its mouth, and be 1 through 2, and you'll be 3 through 4. Samuel it is. Samuel, you see it open up its maw and then spit some like that nasty gunk at you that was put on your leg.
19 hits.
Uh, 14 necrotic damage.
Ow.
How you
Oh,
looking,
shit.
Samuel?
Wait a minute. I forgot I'm resistant to necrotic damage. I'm an asthma.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm resistant to radiant and necrotic.
And yeah, that's their turn. You're back up on deck, Samuel.
Alright, we're gonna fucking hit this guy back with a Sunblade. 13. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, 13 to attack.
That hits.
That'll hit. Okay.
They have weak baby AC. They're only pumpkins.
Real easy to kick a pumpkin. Real hard to get your ankle dislodged from a pumpkin that you kicked.
See, 24 with the Divine Smite. And I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity to give Jordan 7 temp HP and me 10.
Nice.
I will say it looks very wounded. It seems to be barely hanging on.
Is it undead?
No.
Okay. Then it's my turn. That's my action, bonus action.
Oh wait, oh yeah, shit, fuck. Okay, never mind. It's dead. That is radiant damage, yeah. It fucking
Yeah, everything's
it,
ready.
it fucking guess that's doubled. Yeah, it fucking
Yeah.
explodes.
Sunblade.
It explodes. It gone.
It explode.
Lightsaber blade. Just
Pumpkin du fromage.
And then you're up, Jordan. Also, how long does the banishment last?
1 minute.
Yeah. Concentration for a minute.
So yeah, that one's still fucking. He's just floating in limbo.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Sorry about that. Someone knocked at my door. Okay. I'm going to stretch my wings out and fly upwards and at an angle a little bit. So 5, 10, 15. How tall is the house?
I'd probably say the roof is like 30 feet off the ground, probably.
Okay. Then I will continue to go up vertically. I'll just go straight this way. Then and go kind of like upwards at an angle at a 30-foot movement speed. And I'm going to pull out my my lyre and start start playing some fucking hot bars, just and a wall of fire will erupt from here and travel 60 feet this way.
Okay, yeah. Does I assume the pumpkin down there needs to make a dex save, right?
Let
Or is
me
it on the
put
top of
it
the building?
in. I wanted to put it at the like ground level, going
Okay.
like through the building.
Yeah, then he would definitely. I think it's a dex save.
That one. Yes, deck save.
You got a natural 20 on his dex save.
Well, will that even fucking help all the way? Let's see. Oh, I need
Fail.
one more down. I need literally one die higher. Okay, question. My Bardic Inspiration die goes up at level 8. Is that
Yes.
Bard level or character level?
Just for the sake of it being a one shot, we'll just say it goes up.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna use Cutting Words. Wait, hang on. Can I do this? Attack roll, ability check, damage roll. Nope, never mind. Can't do that.
So yeah, he's able to take half of that, and then okay, yeah. He manages to like dodge out of the way as the flames shoot up out of the ground, and it doesn't seem to have very much effect on him at all.
Okay. And because that is also a concentration spell, I believe
Yeah,
I
banishment
have
would
to give
draw.
up. Yeah, drop banishment. So he will also be hit, I guess, at the top of his turn.
Yeah, when he starts his turn.
Um, and that's my turn.
Okay. Get him to make dex save. He gonna fail. Okay. Have him that shit. And since you were flying, you see this one like look like it comes back down on the ground, it looks around, looks up and sees you flying, and then looks over to Samuel, and then just kind of claws its way over to him. I see he's gonna attempt to bite. And 18 hits, right?
I believe that is his base AC. Yeah.
12 necrotic. If he's here. And because he already took like the dex thing, does he have to make it again according to the spell since he started his turn there?
On mine.
Yeah, this guy.
Let's see.
When the wall appears, each creature makes this thing. Creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't have to do it since it's already there.
Yeah. The initial saving throw is just for the like surprise, there's a wall of fire now.
Yeah, it's gonna move itself out into the field away from the fire.
Would that be opportunity attack?
I'm
Because he's by
super
the
high up in
entrance.
the air.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's flying up in the air. Uh,
I can show you a world.
and since it sees the other pumpkin on Samuel, it turns its attention to you flying up in the air, and it's gonna attempt to spit at you with a 24.
Well, I'm going to let's see. Nope. I didn't take that spell. That hits.
14 necrotic.
So 7 necrotic because I have 7 temp. And for concentration checks, Constitution saving throws, and I just have to
Yeah,
beat
you have
half the
to.
damage, right?
Yeah, half the damage, so 7.
Okay,
Or
so 4.
yeah,
What is my? I have advantage, so 19.
yep. You maintain your wall of fire.
Oh, I'm thinking too hard about my song right now.
And as the round ends, the house, because of the wall of fire, is now starting to catch a blaze. It is currently like pretty much all up in this section that you can see from outside the house, but you can definitely tell it is starting to catch on fire.
Sick.
And uh is Jordan's character the only one that speaks infernal?
Yeah, I speak Celestial Elvish.
Okay. Then Jordan, your character would hear coming from this direction from you. You would hear an infernal "My house" as something like screams out from the forest. And yeah, we're back at the beginning of combat.
I think I
So
pissed something off.
All right. I'm going to use my action to Necrotic Shroud.
Hell yeah.
what
Going
does
ghost.
that do? Because I don't know what the fuck that is.
Um, I transform into skeletal ghostly wings sprouting from my back. Every creature within 10 feet of me that can see me must succeed on a charisma save. Or become
Okay.
frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
But he's, -4 that shit. Yeah, so he is frightened of you.
Oh,
Then I'm
you
gonna
scared? You scared little piss pumpkin? You gonna pumpkin in your diaper, whatever the fuck you do, pumpkin?
Just see it shit some seeds out.
Then I guess for now I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith as well on myself.
Okay.
And then that'll be my turn.
Okay, Jordan, you're up.
All right. So we got this guy over here. Oops. We got this guy. We got this guy. We have angry noise from over there. And a lot of the house has caught ablaze. I'm going to fly upwards another 15 feet and kind of try to keep a peripheral vision like available to see the progress of how much the house has caught. And then like as a kind of like background thing, I'll like turn my head around every once in a while, but I want to keep looking out here and try to, well, I don't want to take my action to do that, so I'm going to see.
Is there any way we could come back to this? Because I'm like nodding out.
Sure, yeah, we can come back to it.
Yeah, I'm done.
I just didn't take my 5 answered all the day, so I'm like passing out.
Yeah. I feel.
Is the game over?
Well, we're at a stopping point, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess like it keeps going on.
Yeah,
every
we're
week.
still in the middle of this fight.
Gotcha.
Well, do you want to see what it would have what was going to emerge from the forest at least?
I would.
Sure, we can have a good cliffhanger.
Okay. Let me grab his ass. Coming through the forest. As you're flying up high enough, you're able to catch glimpses of it through the trees as it kind of like brushes past, and then as it comes out into the open, you're able to see it and you hear it yell, "You fools! What are you doing to my house?" I don't know if both of y'all can see it.
That's fucking.
Yes, yeah.
That's some sick art.
Exploit Christ.
Blindness, deafness.
Every debuff in the game.
I mean, it is a beholder, so
Pocket sand.
even if it's a scuffed up beholder.
2 level 8s. What's the CR of beholders?
Let me find out.
Horn of cold from every direction.
I finally get to whip out my wand of wonders.
A
Start rolling on
regular
a D100 table for what the fuck happens.
A regular beholder's challenge rating is either 13 or 14 in its layer.
Okay.
But this is I can tell you, a stuffed up version of a beholder. It doesn't exactly have all the features a normal beholder should have. It's got a little bit of a twist to it, so.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it have like extra eye stalks.
It's got a few. The art's not very like
okay,
good at detailing that, but yeah, it's got some.
Interesting. Yeah, I've just been like holding on to my curse, like waiting for any big monster.
I like how I still have a charge on my liar, and I still have 1 more 4th level spell slot.
Oh yeah. No, my next turn is the turn, bro.
Are you gonna fucking all out paladin that son of a bitch?
Next turn's another setup turn,
Oh, okay.
but it is like bonus action, Hexblade's Curse action, blow the horn of Valhalla.
Man, I tell you, I hope to God I hit one of y'all with the beam that because I've ran this monster before, the specific
Mhm.
one, and the entire time I used it, I never hit with the one beam I wanted to hit with. I rolled around the number every fucking time. The whole, like, God, I don't know how many fucking turns I did it, but I hope to God I get to hit with one of y'all.
Does
with it.
counterspell work on beholder beams?
No, because it's technically not a spell.
What about dispel magic?
Depending on what the eye beam
One
actually
creature,
does.
object, or magical effect within range.
I would say it depends on what the magical effect is. Like,
But you
Depends on how it's
can't
worded.
you can't do dispel magic as a reaction, I don't think.
because
I could if it something triggers my
Warcast.
Warcaster.
like, say it's I would say, like, say it's just an instant damage beam, couldn't dispel anything, but say it's like a fear or kind of some kind of CC to your character, yeah, probably
Okay,
dispel that shit.
sick. That was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that I got to let loose a shit ton of 4th level spells.
Yeah. The good loot was pretty fucking strong.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, anytime, because I mean, I'm trying to rev up my stuff to get like another. Whenever I have a bunch of free time, I'm gonna get my campaign going back again. But up until said point, I have a bunch of like material I can use for just random ass one shots.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Because I've got 2 years worth of a fucking campaign shit left over
Mm.
to just
That's
fucking
fair.
toss about.
So much content.
I mean, to be fair, my players went from level 1 to. They got all the way to level 10, and I was gonna get them to level 20.
Damn. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's about how long I went in the longest game I played. We went to like a level 11 or 12, I think, and then like dropped out.
actually, they were level 11.
The highest one I ever got to from start to finish was 16, but we had a time skip.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Because we used a like 2nd or 3rd edition
But
book
like,
that
I think
go ahead.
most people have good thoughts of like how to play a low level character and a high level character, but like mid tier characters are just like really weird.
I like how powerful yet fucking weak as shit they are, because it's like, oh yeah, you have like this immense power, but you're still not like a
You have
god.
immense
You're still
power,
like a
but are
fucking
not
mortal.
renowned whatsoever.
Yeah.
You're like still trying to build up like a name and do
And like a
stuff.
good third of the things you run into can still like very easily just wipe you off the fucking map with just a glance.
If you go according to the book, like, once you hit level 10, you're supposed to be like folk heroes. You're supposed to be well known or some shit.
Right.
Yeah, in your starting region, but like,
Not around the world.
and like, I guess it depends on party size, but I don't think that's going at a adult dragon. I think that is dragon range actually.
Man,
10s.
I had I only had one character experience like this group of pirates that I had,
Mm-hmm.
and he never caught on to what their name like actually spelled out. I had it was Captain Shanks. One was called Anchor, another one called Crab, but it was spelled with a K. one called Rusty, and one called Hook.
Huh.
And if you take all the first letter of their actual name, it
Do
spells fucking.
they Power Rangers into like a giant fucking like shark made out of ship parts that just fucking is like a crazy ass like submarine Zord?
No, but they did have a. The little secret about them is the reason why they were so dangerous. They had a fucking megalodon called Big Bertha.
How the fuck do you hide a megalodon?
It stays
I
under
mean,
the
the ocean
water.
is huge, but like megalodon's also huge.
Basically, the way they got around the reason they were never caught is because the megalodon would pull their ship underwater, and they got like a magical item that would coat their ship in a kind of breathable atmosphere, so it wouldn't tear the ship apart underwater.
Damn, that's OP.
Oh yeah, they were they were meant to be like a force to be reckoned with. They were
Yeah.
fucking building a name for themselves. They were the scourge of the fucking waters. But I also had like this dragon cult going on, and I had came up with like, because one of them was like a higher level cleric paladin person.
Mhm.
I had this fucking summon planned out for them, and it's like some big celestial like thing of their deity. But I never got to use that shit.
Did you get out its stat block written out?
Oh yeah. Basically because of the cleric or paladin spell, I forget which or what. It was summon celestial. That's what it was. It had an Avenger form and a Defender form. It had multi attack. So it had the ranged attack it could do. It could be a Defender. It also had healing, and it could fly around and shit.
Damn.
Oh yeah, they're like, I had to make the, because they were so fucking strong. Because I was an
Mhm.
idiot when I had them roll their fucking characters,
Yeah.
and I made this rule to myself: never let your characters again ever roll 46s, reroll ones and twos, because they
Ooh,
all had. Let me find.
ones and twos is a lot.
This is what their stats were by the end of this, where the campaign ended. Our barbarian, who was a frontliner, 22 strength, 16 dexterity, 18 constitution, 14 intelligence, 15 wisdom, 16 charisma. But
I
they
don't
also
like how
had like,
good that is. It's too good.
and their fucking stats and shit, like her base armor is 17, but she also had stuff to like, I guess, increase it just every now and again or whatever.
Mhm.
And her HP was 168, so I had to like be able to pump out damage and actually hit these fuckers because none of them
Yeah.
are squishy.
I mean, to be fair though, that is pretty fun to actually like try and go ham against a party.
Yeah. The one thing I thought would be fun, it was letting a campaign get to the point where like people are literally known like superheroes
Mhm.
and they get like crazy super high level shit starts going on
Mhm.
and you get into more of like the comic book territory.
Like comic book arcs
Like
kind of deal.
like power levels, I
Mm.
mean. Where like people with the ability to like run at the speed of light and shit.
Yeah, there's like the Justice League, and then there's like the guy who has the power to squeeze through 1-inch gaps.
Yeah.
Sounds like the fucking duality of the My Hero world. You can just be fucking
My
godlike
hand
powers,
is
or
slightly bigger than other people's.
yeah, my head's a fucking brick wall. That's my power.
My power is that my fingers work like watering cans.
Damn. Pissing
My
out your
power
fingers.
is I can shoot spaghetti out of the palm of my hand at any time I wish.
And now is
Okay,
that
Dane Cook.
cooked spaghetti or uncooked spaghetti?
It's Dane cooked spaghetti.
Now that's a biohazard right there. With or without marinara? Just the spaghetti, no sauce?
It's just the spaghetti.
Just the noodles.
Yeah, just wet noodles.
It's definitely got to
Whereas-
be more degrading than wet noodles with some red
Yeah,
sauce
it
on
has to be. It has to be cooked noodles. Not even with red sauce. Just like slimy,
Yeah.
like set in a pot way too long noodles.
Yeah, it's
Just fucking sticky and like
Yeah,
coated in fucking
starch.
yeah.